South Korea is a unique mix of Western and Asian cultures. While the country is integrated into the Western economy, it has a strong and interesting identity that you may learn only by visiting the country for a long time. In this video, I will focus on 10 facts about South Korea that were really unexpected for me. And the first fact is that in South Korea, they count their age differently than anywhere in the world. When a person is born, they are already 1 year old, and then they keep adding 1 year to their age every New Year's Day. So it doesn't matter much what day you were born, you will add 1 year to your age in January when the entire country is celebrating the New Year party. That's pretty weird, I should say. So a child can be born in December, and after 1 month this child is already 2 years old. K-pop music is quickly taking over the world now, and also K-drama series are growing their audience like crazy. I was surprised to learn that K-pop and K-drama are now considered to be one of the most valuable export sources for Korean economy. People all over the world consume that unusual content on various platforms and gladly pay money for watching the new series or listening to a K-pop band that they like. And this brings huge money to South Korea. One more interesting fact is that in South Korea it's not forbidden to enjoy alcoholic drinks right on the street. You don't need to cover your bottle, you may do whatever you want and no one will say a word to you. That's the part of the culture, and the nation keeps balancing its freedom of actions with strict rules that are necessary for comfortable living of everyone in the society. I was also surprised to know that South Korea is the nation of esports. They love playing computer games as any other nation in the world, but Koreans have taken it to the new level. Every big brand has or supports numerous esports teams, and this is a considerable amount of their advertising budget. Samsung, Hyundai, Kia, LG and other brands are searching for players to represent their brands on numerous competitions. Becoming a professional esports player is considered one of the best careers in South Korea at the moment, but the competition is extremely high. Interestingly, Koreans are extremely concerned about their appearance. Statistics show that the number of plastic surgeries per 1,000 people is the largest in South Korea in comparison to all the countries where this statistics is registered. Statista claims it's 8.9 per 1,000 population. It's perfectly fine to give a plastic surgery certificate as a high school graduation gift for your child, for example. So Koreans have extremely high beauty standards. That's one of the reasons why the large amount of beauty products originate from Korea. Interestingly, it's perfectly fine in South Korea to live alone. Actually, 1 in 3 adult Koreans now live alone. They usually have extremely cramped apartments that they rent at relatively affordable prices. Business in South Korea caters their offers to this exact demographic, targeting people who live alone and have no one to share their dinner or weekend trip with. So you can often see ads that specifically target people who live alone. If you're going to visit South Korea, you should forget about the tipping culture. In the West, it's considered perfectly fine to give a tip, and it may even be considered rude if you don't give some money to a waiter in a restaurant or to a taxi driver. In South Korea, tips are not welcomed by most businesses. Also, if you tip a delivery guy or a taxi driver, this may be considered rude and inappropriate, especially in not-so-touristy cities. Fruit is extremely expensive in South Korea. They don't have a lot of land to grow fruit, and the climate is not appropriate for some kind of fruit, so South Korea imports a lot of types of fruit. It results in their prices shocking people who visit the country. Currently, it costs about $7 to buy one single apple in Seoul. So if you are about to go to South Korea, eat a lot of fruit in your home country to avoid spending a fortune on them. Also, fruit is now considered a good gift for holidays, especially when you are visiting someone at their home. When roaming around any city in South Korea, you may see blue sponges glued to car doors. this has become a national tradition. Actually, these sponges are glued to the car doors by the manufacturers. They are aimed to protect the car paint when shipping vehicles, but Koreans prefer to leave them on the doors for two reasons. First of all, these sponges protect your car from accidental dents or scratches when you open the door. And also, these sponges show to everyone that the car is new and has been recently shipped to you by the manufacturer. Also, Koreans hate the number 4. It's pronounced as sa. And there is the character in Korean mythology that represents death, and its name is pronounced the same way. So many buildings in South Korea will not have the 4th floor. Instead, they may have the floor F. If you are in the elevator and can't find the button 4, press the button F instead. Also, if you aren't a superstitious person, you can buy some property in a building with a lot of 4 numbers in its address, way cheaper than any other property in this area.